how do I learn? I am a child. I am naturally curious and observant. I learn my best when I'm involved and actively participate. I like finding out for myself how and why things are the way they are. I like using my imagination and honing my creativity through toys, blocks, and counters. I want to be able to draw and color and proudly show off my work. In school, I listen to beautiful stories of princes and princesses, of real-life heroes and heroines, of stories that will teach me honesty, love for my country and family. My teachers teach me to ask intelligent questions, to think before I answer, and to speak my mind confidently yet respectfully. I like going to school because it is a child-friendly and safe place for me to have fun. I love that my days are filled with fond memories of laughing and playing with my teachers and friends. I enjoy moving around, making my body strong and healthy. At school, I am provided with a lot of opportunities to express myself through song and dance. We are given time to pretend, dream, and develop my self-confidence so I can face a room full of people with my head held high out of dignity and honor. I love.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to our Integrated School for Young Children Big School Congress. My name is Teacher Miriam Carrion, ISYC Academic Coordinator, and I will be your host for today. Thank you so much for taking part in our very special event. One of our goals at ISYC is to help prepare your child for the big school, as well as assist you in making the very important decision as to what the best big school for your child is. With this, we have 3 main objectives for our Big School Congress. First, this event is to help inform you of the different streams of education, traditional and non-traditional, and their general features and characteristics. Second, you will be updated on the ways that we help prepare your child for the big school and how we can work together towards that end. And finally, you will learn more about different prestigious and very excellent big schools as they show us their videos discussing their philosophy, curriculum, and the activities that they offer and the facilities that they have in their institution. All of these together will hopefully help you develop a sound basis for your big school selection for your child. And now, without any more further ado, let us listen to Teacher Michelle Marie C. Aprecio, our school directress, as she talks about the different streams of education.
A pleasant day to everyone. My name is Teacher Michelle, and I want to take a moment to thank you all for being here today as you make this big decision for your child's education. Your commitment to finding the right fit for your child truly shows how much you care about their future. I know that choosing the right school for our children can indeed feel overwhelming, with so many factors to consider: location, cost, exclusive or co-ed, religious affiliation, reputation, and teaching style. The process can become confusing, especially for first-time parents. For many of us, selecting a school is more than checking off criteria on a list. We want our children to genuinely enjoy learning, to wake up eager to go to school, and to feel happy and confident in their surroundings. But how do we make this crucial decision? You see, every school offers a unique approach to learning, a distinct set of values and beliefs about how children should grow and learn. Today, we will explore 3 main types of educational philosophies: traditional, progressive, and romanticism. While these categories come from textbook definitions, it is important to note that many schools blend different strategies to better engage and support students. Our goal today is to help you understand the key principles behind each approach so that you can make a well-informed choice for your child's educational journey. When I was in the same position not so long ago, I remember feeling the weight of making the right decision for my own children. My husband and I wanted a school that would not only provide strong academics, but also nurture their emotional well-being and social development. Like many parents, we had to carefully weigh each factor, wondering how each environment would shape our children's future. The process was challenging, but by understanding the core values and teaching methods of different schools, we were able to make a confident decision. Our experience helped us see that while no school is perfect, finding the right fit for our children can set them on a path where they can truly flourish. In 1972, Kohlberg and Mayer outlined three educational ideologies: Romanticism, cultural transmission, and progressivism. Each of these categories has its own philosophy on how children learn and grow. Let's break these down and look at how they're applied today. Romanticism, or the Montessori approach, is all about letting children explore and grow naturally at their own pace. Think of it as planting a seed and letting it grow into whatever it's meant to be, without forcing or shaping it too much. One of the best known applications of this philosophy is Montessori education, developed by Dr. Maria Montessori. Her belief was simple: children learn best when they can choose their own path. She created a unique environment where kids are encouraged to follow their curiosity and learn through hands-on activities. Within Montessori schools, children engage in activities of personal interest that emphasize self-directed learning, independence, and hands-on activities within a prepared environment. This method is designed to nurture a child's natural curiosity and innate desire to learn by allowing them to explore and discover at their own pace. While Montessori education has garnered significant popularity, it also has its share of pros and cons. The pros of Montessori education. First, individualized learning. Montessori classrooms cater to individual learning styles and paces. Children are encouraged to follow their interests and progress at their own speed rather than conforming to a strict curriculum. Next, hands-on learning. Montessori promotes hands-on experiential learning through specially designed materials that engage multiple senses, fostering a deeper understanding of concepts. Montessori schools also promotes independence, where children are encouraged to take responsibility for their learning, make choices, and develop self-discipline, fostering independence and autonomy. Montessori schools have mixed-age classrooms. They often have mixed-age groups, allowing older children to mentor younger ones, promoting collaboration and social skills development. Montessori schools also have holistic development approach that focuses on the development of the child, not just academically, but also emotionally, socially, and physically. The Montessori teachers respect each child's individuality and provide guidance rather than direct instruction, fostering a positive learning environment. While Montessori schools offer numerous advantages, they also have some drawbacks that should be considered. The flexible nature of Montessori education may lead to variations in learning outcomes between different schools or classrooms, as there is no standardized curriculum. Some critics argue that the emphasis on self-disciplined learning might result in gaps in traditional academic subjects or standardized testing preparation. While independence is encouraged, some children might struggle in a less structured environment, needing more guidance and clear boundaries. Students transitioning from Montessori to traditional schools may face adjustment difficulties due to differences in teaching methods and classroom structure. Montessori education can be costly, limiting accessibility for families who cannot afford private Montessori schools, as they are more common in the private sector. Lastly, not all Montessori teachers may have the same level of training or certification, which can affect the quality of education provided. To summarize, Montessori education offers a child-centered approach that emphasizes independence, hands-on learning, and holistic development. While it has numerous benefits in fostering a love for learning and independence, it may not suit every child or family due to its non-traditional methods and potential variabilities between schools or teachers. Traditional education refers to the conventional method of teaching and learning that follows a structured curriculum with a teacher-centered approach. This system typically involves lectures, textbooks, standardized testing, and a focus on academic subjects. The traditionalists believe that education is a preparation for adult life. For them, the child's mind is like a machine that accumulates inputs and emits desired output. Here are the benefits of traditional education. First, they have a structured curriculum with clear learning objectives, providing a systematic approach to learning various subjects. Next, they emphasize on fundamental skills, focusing on core subjects like math, language arts, science, and social studies, ensuring students acquire essential knowledge in these areas. Next, traditional education often aligns with standardized testing, preparing students for assessments that are commonly used to measure academic proficiency. In a traditional education model, teachers play a central role in imparting knowledge and guiding students through the learning process, offering direct instruction and support. Another benefit is the familiarity and widespread use of traditional education methods, which make it easier for students to transition between schools or educational systems. Lastly, with regard to cost and accessibility, traditional schools are more widely accessible. With all these benefits, there are also some not so favorable characteristics. First, traditional schools have a very rigid structure. The structured nature of traditional education might stifle creativity and limit opportunities for individualized learning based on students' interest in learning styles. Next, the emphasis on lectures and rote memorization may encourage passive learning, where students memorize information without truly understanding or applying it. Students might have less flexibility in choosing subjects or topics of interest, as the curriculum is predetermined and standardized. Next is the focus on teaching over understanding. Teaching to standardized tests may prioritize exam scores over deep understanding and critical thinking, leading to superficial learning. There's also limited personalization, as individual learning needs or pace may not be adequately addressed in a one-size-fits-all approach, potentially leaving some students behind or not challenging others enough. Lastly, it's a teacher-centered approach where the teacher-dominated classroom might restrict opportunities for student collaboration, exploration, and self-directed learning. In summary, traditional education offers a structured approach with clear objectives and standardized learning, ensuring consistency and easier transitions. However, it may limit creativity, critical thinking, and individualized learning opportunities. It is essential to consider the strengths and limitations of traditional education when evaluating its effectiveness in meeting the diverse needs of students in today's dynamic world. Efforts to integrate more student-centered and innovative approaches are increasingly being explored to complement traditional methods and address these limitations. Let's now move on to progressive education. Progressive education is an educational philosophy that emphasizes student-centered, experiential, and holistic learning. Developed in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, this approach focuses on nurturing students' critical thinking, creativity, and social skills rather than solely on academic content. Here are some pros associated with progressive education. First is student-centered learning. Progressive education prioritizes the interests and needs of students, encouraging active participation and self-directed learning. This approach aims to cater to diverse learning styles and individual interests. Next, progressive education promotes experiential learning. It emphasizes hands-on experiences, projects, and interactive activities to engage students and promote deeper understanding of concepts through real-world applications. Progressive schools also promote holistic development that focuses on developing not only academic skills, but also social, emotional, and practical life skills essential for success in the modern world. Progressive education also encourages critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity by fostering an environment that values curiosity, exploration, and open ended inquiry. Progressive classrooms often promote collaboration among students, fostering teamwork, communication skills, and the ability to work effectively in groups. Lastly, progressive education is adaptable and flexible, allowing teachers to tailor their methods to the specific needs and interests of their students. However, here are some possible challenges to progressive education. First, the emphasis on student autonomy and flexibility may lead to a lack of structure, which could be challenging for some students who thrive in more structured environments. Traditional assessment methods might not effectively measure the holistic skills and abilities nurtured in progressive education, making assessment and evaluation more complex. Implementing progressive education methods might require more resources such as time, materials, and specialized training for teachers, which could be a challenge for some institutions. Due to the emphasis on individualized learning, outcomes may vary significantly between students, raising concerns about consistency and academic standards. Critics also argue that the focus on student interest and experiential learning might result in gaps in fundamental academic knowledge compared to more traditional methods. So, in conclusion, progressive education offers a student centered, holistic approach that promotes critical thinking, creativity, and experiential learning. While it fosters adaptability and critical skills, it may face challenges related to assessment, structure, resource allocation, and varying learning outcomes. There is really no perfect philosophy when it comes to education. It really is a matter of knowing what the best fit is for your child. That is why it is very helpful to be aware of the various options and find out which would be most beneficial based on your child's characteristics, needs, and learning styles. Here's a side-by-side comparison of the different educational streams. The role of the teacher in a traditional education is that he or she is the center of instruction. In Montessori, the teacher is an observer and guide, while in a progressive education, the teacher is a facilitator. In traditional schools, there is little to no differentiation of instruction in the classroom. Montessori schools have active individualized in learning, while progressive schools have more individualized instructions. Assessment is test-based in a traditional school using quizzes, long tests, periodicals, quarter, term exams. In Montessori schools, assessment is ongoing, while in progressive schools, assessment of performance through formative and narrative assessments are conducted where teachers check for understanding. In a traditional school, every student is required to learn at the same pace. In Montessori schools, students work at their own pace, while at progressive schools, students learn at their own pace. Traditional schools focus more on acquisition of facts, ideas, information, which are all content, and what students know or should know. In Montessori schools, there's a freedom of choice. Students select work according to individual interest. While in progressive schools, there are more opportunities for students to explore and inquire, focus on what students think. Traditional schools have larger class size. It can be anywhere between 30 to 45 children or even more. In Montessori schools, it's medium class size with multi-age grouping. Progressive schools usually have smaller class size. In traditional schools, all students are expected to sit, listen, and assimilate information from their lessons. In Montessori schools, students learn by active learning through stimulating multi-sensory teaching materials. In progressive schools, students learn by experience. Teachers are almost always thinking of activities that facilitate learning of a concept. In traditional schools, the report cards reflect the grades of the students. In Montessori schools, report card is a way to help children refine their practice, own their skills, and highlight just how special they are as an individual. In progressive schools, report cards are in the form of narratives. Given this side-by-side comparison, it is important to remember that traditional schools do not necessarily mean bad, and non-traditional schools do not necessarily mean good. So, as parents, we must know our children well enough to see and assess their strengths and weaknesses and identify the most appropriate learning environment for each child. So, let's see who will fit better in which school. In a traditional school, children who require minimal supervision, who can work independently, who can listen well and sit through more extended periods of time, who are self disciplined and with good study habits, who are confident and self assured even in big groups, can thrive. While non traditional schools are for everyone, it is also ideal for children with shorter attention spans and those with introverted personalities. So, understanding your child's personality, learning style, interests, and social interactions is important in determining the ideal educational environment. For instance, a child who is highly self motivated, enjoys exploring different subjects at their own pace, and values creative expression might find a non traditional school more fulfilling. Conversely, a child who prefers a clear routine, structured learning environments, and guidance from authority figures might find success and comfort in a traditional school. Family values, cultural background, and the availability of educational options in the area play crucial roles in the decision making process. Some families prioritize the discipline and academic rigor offered by traditional schools, while others value the individualized attention and experiential learning provided by non traditional settings. It is important to note that neither traditional nor non traditional schools are universally superior. Rather, their effectiveness depends on how well they align with the child's unique characteristics and needs. Moreover, some children might thrive in a blend of both educational approaches, benefiting from the structure of a traditional school while also exploring creative avenues in a non traditional setting. So ultimately, the best educational fit for a child involves careful consideration of their individual traits, preferences, and the opportunities each type of school can offer. Emphasizing a supportive, nurturing environment that caters to a child's strengths while encouraging growth in areas of development is key, regardless of the educational setting chosen. Creating a caring atmosphere that values a child's strength and fosters their growth is crucial no matter the school they attend. There's another available option, which is homeschooling. Homeschooling is an educational approach where parents or guardians choose to educate their children at home rather than sending them to a traditional public or private school. This method has gained popularity for various reasons, but it also has its set of advantages and disadvantages. Here are some of the pros of homeschooling. First is its flexible schedule. Families have the freedom to create their own schedules, allowing for flexibility in learning hours and accommodating various activities or family needs. Homeschooling allows for a tailored curriculum that can be personalized to suit a child's learning style, pace, and interests. This flexibility enables a more individualized and comprehensive education. Homeschooled children often receive more one-on-one attention from parents or tutors, which can lead to deeper understanding and faster progress in areas where they need help. Home provides a safe, comfortable, and familiar environment that may foster better concentration and emotional well-being for some students. Homeschoolers have the flexibility to explore diverse subjects, extracurricular activities, and real-world experiences that might not be readily available in traditional schooling. Homeschooling can also strengthen family relationships by allowing more time for interaction and shared learning experiences. However, there are also challenges to factor in when considering homeschooling. First, homeschooling demands a significant time commitment from parents or guardians who must take on the role of educators, which can be challenging, especially for working parents. Next, homeschooled children may have fewer opportunities for social interaction with peers, potentially impacting their social skills and exposure to diverse viewpoints. Next, homeschooling might lack access to specialized resources, laboratories, sports facilities, or extracurricular activities available in traditional schools. Also, homeschooling often involves expenses for learning materials, resources, and sometimes specialized tutors or programs, which might strain the family budget. Some homeschooled children might feel isolated or miss out on the social experiences and field trips that come with attending a traditional school. Lastly, homeschooling may involve navigating complex legal regulations and administrative responsibilities set by local educational authorities. In summary, homeschooling offers a flexible and customizable educational experience tailored to a child's individual needs. However, it requires significant commitment, resources, and effort from parents or guardians. The decision to homeschool should consider the child's learning style, the family's lifestyle, available resources, and the support system available for a well rounded educational experience. So, which school is best for your child? At the end of the day, there is no one size fits all answer. Every child is different, and what works for one might not work for another. When deciding between traditional, Montessori, or progressive schools or homeschooling, it is important to think about your child's unique learning style, interest, and personality. For example, if your child thrives on structure and routine, a traditional school might be the best fit. On the other hand, if they love to explore, make choices, and learn through hands on experiences, a Montessori or progressive school could be more suitable. Remember, traditional does not always mean bad, and non traditional does not always mean better. What matters most is finding the right environment where your child can be happy, engaged, and motivated to learn. So, for our final thoughts, the best school for your child is the one that fits their needs, strengths, and personality. So, as you weigh your options, keep in mind that every child learns differently. Consider what's important to you, whether it's teaching style, location, costs, or school values. And most importantly, find the right fit for your child. As I reflect on my own experiences with my children, Isabella and my son, Diego, I see just how unique every child's journey truly is. With my daughter Isabella, her path seemed to naturally align with her needs. From progressive preschool to an IB school, and now thriving in her third year at the University of British Columbia, where she is taking psychology and aspires to become a developmental pediatrician, she has moved through each stage with ease and grace. My son's path was not as straightforward. We navigated different educational settings, starting with a traditional exclusive school, then moving to a progressive Catholic school, and even homeschooling. It was a more challenging road with many twists and turns, and in hindsight, I realized that some of those decisions may not have been the best for him at that time. But every step, every experience led us closer to finding the right fit. A place where he could flourish, become more confident, and begin making decisions for himself. Now, as a freshman at Trinity Western University taking up business administration, I see him growing into a young man with a clearer sense of purpose and direction. Through all of this, I have learned that the right school is not just about academic excellence or a prestigious name. It is about finding an environment where your child feels seen, supported, and empowered to grow into the best versions of themselves. So, my prayer is that this presentation serves as a guide to help you in making the best decision for your child. Trust your instincts, trust the process, and remember that each child's path is their own. May you find a school that aligns with your child's unique needs, and may they thrive in ways that exceed your expectations. Thank you very much and have a good day.
Thank you so much, Teacher Michelle. Up next, we will be discussing the ways that we at ISYC help prepare your child for the big school and how we can collaborate to help bring out the best in your child. Let us now listen to Teacher Isay Briones, Kindergarten Level Coordinator.
Good day, everyone. So for today, I will now be discussing the most frequently asked questions that we usually encounter with regards to the big school application. Here are the topics that I'll be discussing today. So the first one is the background information on the Department of Education's kindergarten policies, and then how is my child being prepared for the big school? How is my child being prepared for the big school exams? What school will I choose for my child? When can I start passing the application forms for my child? and what is the process of application. With the enactment of Republic Act 10157 on January 20, 2012, kindergarten is mandatory and compulsory for all 5-year-old learners. Kindergarten as the first stage of basic education system becomes a requirement for entrance to grade 1. So why is this so? Or alternatively, we can also ask the question, how important is the kindergarten level? As stated in DepEd's K-12 Toolkit, the Department of Education believes that kindergarten is the transition period from informal to formal literacy for grades 1 to 12, considering that age 5 is within the critical years in which positive experiences must be nurtured to a certain school readiness. Extensive research has shown that this is the period of greatest growth and development, during which the brain continuously develops most rapidly and almost at its fullest. It is also the stage when self-esteem, vision of the world, moral foundations are established, and their mind's absorptive capacity for learning is at its sharpest. It also states that education for children in the early years lays the foundation for lifelong learning and for the total development of a child. The early years of a human being from 0 to 6 years are the most critical period when the brain grows to at least 60 to 70% of adult size. Kindergarten level serves as the preparatory level for grade school. I will discuss the frequently asked questions of parents to us kindergarten teachers. How is my child being prepared for the big school? Since we started the school year, you may have observed how we prepare our kindergarteners for the big school. Your child's teachers are truly committed to the progress and development of your child. They spend a lot of time, even beyond working hours, to think of creative ways to address every child's needs. With their professional expertise and years of teaching experience, they strive to hone your child holistically. And this includes components such as how to deal with challenges, how to manage emotions, how to accept corrections, how to interact effectively with others. Your child's teachers really works with the end in mind, ensuring that each child is not just ready to pass the entrance exams and not even just to thrive in the big school setting, but to gain the foundations of becoming a well-rounded, well-adjusted individual who will succeed in life. As you know, here in ISYC, we always keep a very low student-teacher ratio so that we can really cater to everyone's individual needs. In the big school, one of their features is their relatively higher teacher-student ratio. A low of 1 teacher is to 15 students to as high as 1 is to 25 or even to 30 is expected. This number goes up when we consider the normal classroom setup where there are about 30 or more students in a class. So what are the implications of this? Number one, children should develop their independence. We want to encourage each child to be independent and self-regulating. This will help them be more at ease in accomplishing tasks confidently and will build up their self-esteem. This is the time when they develop courage, independence, and a sense of purpose. In other words, the kindergarteners are at a stage where they are not just able to learn to do things on their own, but they actually want to do things on their own. In turn, we should use this natural predisposition to their full advantage. Number two, children should be responsible. We address this by encouraging them to do their homework, to have sound study habits, to do their classroom jobs well, to do their best in their tasks, among other things. They also learn to have a positive attitude toward doing their classwork so that their sense of responsibility and diligence is coupled with proper motivation. Activities like the job chart aim to target these goals. Number three, children should learn to follow the classroom rules. It is very important for children to exhibit proper behavior so that they can enjoy a smooth and optimal classroom experience. Even as they grow up, being able to adhere to rules and show integrity will help them become good citizens who contribute meaningfully to society. Number four, children should develop effective communication skills. Being able to express themselves clearly and effectively communicate their thoughts, feelings, and ideas to others is an important skill that will truly give them an advantage in life. We target this through our discussions where each child is given the opportunity to share their thoughts related to the lessons or just by simply sharing their experiences or talk about how they feel. However, communication is not just about speaking, it also involves listening to others as well. This is why we also prioritize the development of the children's ability to wait for their turn to speak and proactively listen to others and understand what they are saying and learn from them too. Number five, children should develop social-emotional skills. We want the children to develop various social skills that will help them interact effectively with others. Some of these skills include having self-confidence, self-regulation, empathy for others, and pro-social behaviors. Everyday classes also encourage the child to develop social and emotional behaviors such as being a good sport and knowing how to handle mistakes. In other words, we want the children to have the foundations of being socially and emotionally equipped to handle life's different challenges. Number six, children should have strong academic skills. We strive for skills mastery and understanding to help the children become academically outstanding. The children develop academic skills through engaging activities and experiences and receiving scaffolding appropriate for their current skill levels. The kindergarteners' workbooks and additional worksheets also help them prepare for the traditional school settings' heavy use of paper and pencil activities. Okay, number seven, children should have learning and thinking skills. Apart from their lessons, the children should also develop skills that help them learn how to learn. Oh, this includes being able to ask questions, to think critically about a topic, to do problem-solving tasks, and others. The goal is for them to develop active minds that will help them not just to passively receive information, but to truly think and analyze, to be curious and to go beyond the lesson with critical questions, to look for opportunities for further discovery and to create their own plans and solutions to problems and challenges. We are not just preparing them to answer exams, but we are building in them the capacity for deeper and meaningful learning that will benefit them all throughout their lives. Number eight, children should develop their creativity. We do not want to raise our children to be merely passive recipients of knowledge. They should develop critical thinking skills, imagination, resourcefulness, ingenuity. They should be able not just to learn, but to apply their learning to make their own unique creations, to solve problems, and to think of better ways to do things. And that is one reason why we value play so much in ISYC because play is the avenue for the children to express and develop their budding creativity and their ability to think outside the box. And let us be reminded that for children, play is actually their mode of work. Number nine, children should develop their love for learning. In kindergarten, the teachers provide creative and enjoyable experiences, fostering a positive and engaging educational environment. where the children cultivate a passion for learning. So if they are enjoying or having fun in what they do in class or in school, they will develop their love for learning. The second frequently asked question is, how do you prepare my child for the big school exam? We have already emphasized that we prepare the children not just for the exam, but for the big school itself. With that being said, we do not disregard the examination process, and we help prepare each child for it as well. So here are the common skills that the big schools commonly assess. So the general assessed skills are, of course, school readiness, communication skills, interpersonal skills, attention span, self-discipline, and behavior. For interview skills, communication skills, and their behavior while answering the interview questions. So they are also looking at the confidence, the self-discipline, and how a child responds with respect to other people. So for literacy, the big schools are looking at their readiness to read words, sentences, short stories, reading and listening comprehension, and writing their names. For numeracy, counting, identification of numbers, identification of numbers before and after, comparing numbers, doing simple addition and subtraction, and also solving simple word problems. Okay, they are also assessing the other thinking skills such as identifying patterns, identifying shapes and colors, determining what comes next, following directions. If you notice, these are skills that we regularly incorporate into the children's lessons. So we have weekly big school review time during the class because this helps them hone the children's understanding of test-taking dynamics and hone related skills such as following directions and listening comprehension. As you know, we hold level-wide mock exams. Every semester, we usually have different setups where different teachers will facilitate the exam. On our next mock exam, the class will be divided into two groups, and then they will join the other half of a different section, and they will be facilitated by different teachers as well. So our goal here is for the children to become familiar with various interview and assessment processes depending on the big school they are applying for. So we try our best to simulate how it is done in the different big schools. The interviews that the teachers routinely conducts during class helps hone the children's ability to answer questions about themselves. With this, we also encourage you parents to do this at home, but in a, you know, to, but in a more fun way. Maybe you can make it into a game or a conversation starter during meal times. So in summary, we help your children prepare for the big school exams by honing their general big school readiness, their test-taking skills, and their confidence and motivation. They should know that big school exams are not scary and they will be able to handle it well on their own. They are also exposed to different kinds of test-taking modes and instructions. For example, there are times when they are asked to wait for the teacher's go signal before they answer. And there are even times when they are asked to answer the entire page on their own. There are also instances when different kinds of instructions are given to them. In other words, we do not necessarily prepare the children for one specific kind of test, for one specific big school, but for any kind of test that they may encounter during their entrance assessments. Our third frequently asked question is, what school will I choose for my child? So there are many resources available that can help you in your decision. One of such resources is this webinar, which we hope that clarified a lot of questions in your mind. As of now, we are still in the process of updating our compiled list of traditional and non-traditional schools and even homeschool providers. We will send you the list very soon, and we hope this will be your guide in choosing the best big school for your child. Our fourth frequently asked question is, when can I start submitting or passing the application forms for my child? So towards the end of our Congress today, you will get to see the information about the application periods of the school who joined us this school year. Okay, the list of schools that we will provide you will contain the application periods for different schools. Feel free to check out the school's website as well to check their admission requirements. For most schools, the earlier that you apply, the earlier will be your child's testing date. So another good question is, will your child lose a slot when they apply too late? If you are sure to apply before the deadline, this should not be an issue at all. This is true for schools that officially posted the last day for application. Okay, there are also some small progressive schools that have limited slots, but for most schools, they usually accept enrollees until the summer break or even before the beginning of the next school year. With this, we can determine your child's application by considering their readiness, your own schedule, and maximizing the preparation time. Always, please coordinate with your child's lead teacher before starting the application process. Your child's lead teacher will give you valuable insights about your child's current readiness. Ultimately, however, it is you who will make the final decision about whether your child will start the application process or not. But again, always please coordinate with your child's lead teacher. What is the process for application? So each big school has their own process and requirements. So please visit the school's website or call their admissions office. Most of the time, these requirements are needed. So the kindergarten report card or the developmental checklist. This is the cover of our developmental checklist or report card with the learner reference number or what they call the LRN. They also look for certificate of enrollment. So if you need this, please request for this by emailing registrar@isyc.com.ph. Recommendations to be filled out by your child's lead teacher or myself. In the big schools form, please indicate the email address registrar@isyc.com.ph. The big school will directly send to that email address the recommendation letters that we will fill out, and then we will send the accomplished form directly to the big school as well. Once again, we are requesting that it is very important that you let your child's lead teacher know before you start the application process so we can help you or assist you accordingly. So that's it, parents. I hope that my talk has answered some of your frequently asked questions regarding the big school process. As a final word from me on behalf of all our very dedicated, very caring, very intelligent kindergarten teachers, thank you so much for your trust. If you have any insights, questions, or concerns, please relay them to your child's lead teacher so you can collaborate towards your child's maximum development. We are really partners who work hand in hand. So I now turn over the microphone to our host.
Thank you so much, Teacher Isay. Up next, we have the wonderful opportunity of learning more about the big schools from the big schools themselves. These schools are some of the most prestigious educational institutions in our country. It is my pleasure and privilege to present to you the videos of the following big schools: Xavier School, San Juan; La Salle Green Hills; St. Pedro Poveda College; Ateneo de Manila University; the Abbas Orchard; Paref Northfield School for Boys; Paref Rose Hill School; Assumption Antipolo; and Caris School.
Hi everyone, I'm Teacher Gary, Xavier School Grade 1 Team Leader, and welcome dear parents and families. Thank you for joining us as we take a closer look at what makes Xavier School a wonderful place for your child's next learning journey.
Xavier School has two beautiful campuses: our main campus in San Juan and our co-educational campus in Nuvali, Laguna. Our San Juan campus is an all-boys school, while our Nuvali campus is co-ed, open to both boys and girls, a perfect option for families who live in the South or are considering a move there.
Founded in 1956, Xavier School is a Jesuit Catholic college preparatory school. We are proudly a PAAS School Level 3 accredited school, an Apple Distinguished School, and an IB World School authorized to offer the International Baccalaureate Diploma Program in senior high school. Our mission is to form persons fully alive, endowed with a passion for justice and skills for development. Here at Xavier School, we nurture students to grow in faith, competence, and compassion, to use their gifts in the service of others. Now let's talk about grade 1, the exciting start of your child's formal elementary journey. So each grade 1 class has about 23 to 25 students, ensuring that teachers can give individualized attention to every learner. Our whole day schedule runs about 5 hours with time for breaks, play, and meaningful learning experiences. Our curriculum provides a strong foundation in literacy and numeracy, while also nurturing growth in Filipino, Mandarin, PE, Christian Life Education or CLE, art, music, and social studies. We also offer interest-based activities that let our students explore their talents and passions. In grade 1, our learners grow in independence. They can sit through a task, follow directions, and work well with others. We also encourage them to eat independently and help them be toilet trained. We guide them to build self-confidence and resilience, all while having fun and discovering the joy of learning. Here at Xavier School, education is holistic. We balance academics with formation activities that nurture the heart and spirit through prayer moments, outreach experiences, and celebration of meaningful school events. We also have center time and batch level activities that allow students to learn through play and collaboration. We always say we are nursing the light of every Xaverian. Every day, we help our students to let their light shine in the classroom, at home, and in the community. We believe that learning is a partnership between home and school. We work closely with parents through regular communication, learning updates, and opportunities to take part in your child's development. Together, We form a caring community that supports every Xaverian learner. To know more about tuition fees and other admission details, please visit our official website or contact our registrar's office. Applications for the next school year are now ongoing. You can create an account and apply through our online admissions portal. We're also excited to invite you to our Saver School Open House. Just scan the QR code on your screen to register. This is a wonderful opportunity to explore our campus, meet our teachers, and see how Saver School can be the perfect fit for your child. Choosing Saver School means choosing excellence, faith, and a community that truly cares. We look forward to welcoming you and your child into the Saver family, where we continue to nurse the light of every Xaverian. Thank you, salamat, she.
Welcome to the Grade 1 Orientation to LaSalle Green Hills. Inspired by the teachings of Jesus and the charism of St. John Baptist de LaSalle Green Hills brings out the best in our students by nurturing their gifts, passion, and full potential through innovative and relevant education programs, highly competent and committed educators, and a 21st century learning environment. We currently have 10 Grade 1 sections with 20 to 25 students in a class. A designated homeroom advisor and classroom helper are assigned per section. Our subject offerings follow the mandated curriculum of the Department of Education, offering both academic and performance-based subjects. We follow a trimestral calendar and a 5-day cycle schedule. The cycle schedule creates a fair distribution of classes, especially when school is canceled due to holidays and weather conditions. This is a sample schedule that outlines the daily routine for Grade 1 students. The various school offerings and activities are designed to ensure that these strengthen the foundational values of the students in faith, service, and communion. We offer accompaniment sessions for new students to help them adjust to their new environment. Our guidance and counseling services offer education intervention programs designed to address specific learning needs, assisting students undergoing cognitive, behavioral, or physical interventions, ensuring they receive the appropriate support to thrive both personally and academically. One of the activities that the students look forward to is the field trip, where they are given the opportunity to socialize with their classmates and teachers outside the confines of the classroom. LSGH prides itself in the partnership we have with the parents through the LaSallian Parents Association, who spearheads the Family Day for each grade level.
My name is Kat Salazar.
My name is Ivy Salazar. Our son is Santino from grade 1. He loves the school. He loves going to school. He's very friendly. He has a lot of friends, not only limited to his class. He knows all of the teachers, even the teachers that don't belong to his class. He's very well known. If it's an activity, any activity by the school, he would want to be a part of it.
Our son is a performer. He loves to dance. He loves to be in front of a crowd. He's not a shy boy, so he loves the activities. A lot of activities like the Family Day or any other variety show where the kids would be dancing. He thrives in that. He loves it.
Jasmine Makila Di Pascual, 1B po. Gusto ko po ng CL kasi po sinasabi po yung mga kwento po sa Bible. Marami po kaming ginagawang masaya po sa CL. Gusto ko rin po maggawa ng mga exercise sa penmanship po.
Mateus G. Borja, 1A. I like visual arts because I get to draw and I love drawing. I have dismissal friends. At dismissal, I'll play with my friends that I know in dismissal.
Minsan po, naglalaro po kami ng aking mga friends. Naglalaro po kami dun sa parang playground po sa Gate 14.
Okay, so we are inviting you to enroll your sons and daughters. LaSalle now is a co-ed school. It's not only limited to boys. One thing I could share with you is that being an alumnus, I feel very proud that I'm a product of this school. Attending my first homecoming really made me feel how important this school was in my life. So definitely, I am what I am now because of this school.
We would like to invite everyone to enroll their kids here in LaSalle Green Hills. We are so happy with how our son is learning so much here in school. He's only grade 1, but he's learned a lot since nursery, and we are looking forward to all the new things that he'll be exploring in the next years to come. So yes, we invite everyone to come and enroll here in LaSalle Green Hills.
To learn more about our school, please feel free to contact us on the details flashed on your screen. We warmly welcome you to be a part of our LaSallian family. Learn more, be more.
St. Pedro Poveda College is named after our patron saint, St. Pedro Poveda. He is the founder of the Teresian Association, a group of lay people whose charism is to transform society through education and culture. Our school was founded in 1960, and we are celebrating our 65th year of providing quality education to generations of female Filipino learners who go on to be productive leaders and members of society.
St. Pedro Poveda College is located at EDSA Corner P. Poveda Street, Quezon City. We are in between Robinson's Galleria and Asian Development Bank. We are near the historical National Shrine of Mary, Queen of Peace, or also known as the EDSA Shrine.
St. Pedro Poveda College is primarily known as an exclusive all-girls school welcoming female students from pre-K all the way through grade 12.
St. Pedro Poveda College provides quality education wherein excellence is achieved through our pedagogy, the Personalized Education of Poveda, or PEP. The program is holistic in nature, wherein all the dimensions of the individual student's well-being are given importance. Each student is supported based on her individual strengths and needs. Education is scaffolded and delivered in a variety of ways wherein Povedans can make meaning and apply their learning. At the center of all these is our care for the students, appreciating the uniqueness of each one and empowering them to reach their full potential while imbibing our core values of Christ-centeredness, commitment, and excellence.
So aside from the typical schedule a grade 1 class has, here are some other activities that we do in grade 1. We celebrate Buwan ng Wika in August, 100th Day in School, which is a collaboration of different subject areas, Dia de Hispanidad, or the National Day of Spain, in October, since our founder, St. Pedro Poveda, is a Spanish martyr. And atin ito, our annual Christmas presentation. Aside from these celebrations, we also have our regular class prayer services and recollection, which we call Day with God. Clubs that offer a variety of activities that allow students to explore their passion, build new skills, and develop friendships. Activities like singing, dancing, arts, robotics, and learning the Spanish culture. Other activities include storytelling during the reading month, where parents are invited to read to the class, meet the community helpers, where different professionals share their scope of work, and Grade School Olympics, a physical but fun event focused on practicing teamwork, camaraderie, and respect.
We have a maximum class size of 35 students with one advisor and a co-advisor. We also have subject teachers for the following content areas: English, Filipino, Makabansa, Math, CLE, Library, varied activities by the guidance counselor, penmanship, and values education. Application will start on December 1, 2025 and will end on May 31, 2026. We are inviting you to our open house on January 16, 2026 here at St. Pedro Poveda College. See you here!
Welcome to the Ateneo de Manila University Grade School, a Filipino Catholic and Jesuit institution nestled along the vibrant Katipunan Avenue in Loyola Heights, Quezon City. Spanning 100,000 square meters, our campus is home to a dynamic community of almost 3,000 learners, offering them space and support they need to discover, grow, and excel. From our expansive outdoor spaces, which includes the playgrounds, swimming pool, athletic fields, open and covered courts, to our comprehensive indoor facilities like the auditorium, library, laboratories, music and art rooms, cafeteria. Every corner of our campus is designed to nurture the mind, body, and spirit of the students. At the Ateneo Grade School, we offer a comprehensive education from kindergarten to grade 6, rooted in the Jesuit tradition of academic excellence and character formation.
Greetings, dear parents. This school year, we once again welcome young boys and girls in grade 1.
In our grade 1 classes, each teacher guides a group of 30 eager girls and boys, fostering curiosity, confidence, and a love for learning. In our school, we ensure that every child is supported in a caring and well-structured learning environment. Each class generally comprises about 1/3 girls, with the remainder being boys. We offer both morning and afternoon sessions that run from 7:20 to 11:20 a.m. and 11:50 a.m. to 3:50 p.m. respectively.
Designed to foster holistic development, our comprehensive grade 1 curriculum covers all essential areas, including Christian life education, language, reading, mathematics, araling panlipunan, and Filipino. These are well complemented by enriching subjects in art, music, physical education, computer science, and Kura classes, ensuring a truly well-rounded foundation for your child's formation. A typical day for a grade 1 student in the Ateneo is an active journey filled with opportunities for hands-on exploration, guided creativity, and joyful learning. From hands-on learning in the computer room, where young minds navigate the digital world, to the rhythmic melodies in the music room that inspire budding musicians, to the colorful expressions in the art room, and the collaborative learning in our educational media center and classrooms, every moment is an opportunity to grow. Outside the classroom, the adventure continues with playtime in our sprawling playgrounds and energetic PE classes that promote physical wellness. It is not just the daily lessons that shape their year. Throughout the school year, our grade 1 children create lasting memories by participating in special, character-building occasions such as the beloved pet blessing, the vibrant fiesta, meaningful celebrations of the Word, and the highly anticipated Ateneo Children's Theater play. In our school, each day is a new adventure filled with learning, friendship, and memorable experiences.
We chose the Ateneo Grade School for our child because it cultivates a nurturing environment that focuses on the overall development of its students. Aside from its commitment to academic excellence, the AGS also provides opportunities that foster spiritual growth, community, and social responsibility, allowing students to appreciate the value of service to others.
As an Atenean from grade school to college, I saw the value of tradition of malasakit, care for others, and how it gives importance to holistic approach to excellence. That's why we chose the Ateneo.
Napili naming mag-asawa na pag-aralin ang aming mga anak sa Ateneo de Manila dahil alam namin na isa ito sa pinakamagandang universidad sa Pilipinas. Nagpapasalamat ako sa Diyos at sobrang saya ko nang makapasok at matanggap ang aming mga anak sa Ateneo. Nakita ko ang kaibahan ng pagtuturo ng guro kumpara sa ibang eskwelahan na pasukan ng aking mga anak. Ang mga guro ay very professional at mababait, mayroong malinis, maayos at ligtas na pasilidad. Mababait at matulungin na mga guards at personnel. At higit sa lahat, natuto ang aking mga anak na paunlarin ang kanilang paniniwala sa Diyos. Marami na silang napasukan na eskwelahan, ngunit kay Ateneo ako napabilib ng pagtuturo ng guro, lalo na sa academics at sa pagsasalita ng wikang Filipino. At pinaka-importante sa lahat, komportable at masaya ang aking mga anak sa Ateneo.
Let us walk through the streamlined admissions process at the Ateneo de Manila Grade School. Applying is simple and secure, all within the online EduSuite admissions portal. Start by creating an account with your personal email rather than a work email. Kindly wait for an activation email before you log in. Then, sign up for your child and pay the application fee online. Please wait for 1 to 2 days to proceed with filling out the form details and uploading of requirements. The process was designed to be simple, secure, and accessible. Our Grade 1 applications will open by November 10. It will be closed by the end of March or earlier when all slots are filled.
Start your child's future with us at the Ateneo de Manila. We are dedicated to shaping generations of Ateneans, young men and women who are not only academically competent, but also true persons for others, formed by their compassion and commitment to service, committed to making a positive impact in the world. This is the Ateneo way.
We were parents who, just like any other parent, would want to give the best for their children. And one of that would be education.
There's a lot of concentration that happens at 3 years old or even earlier, and that continues until the child becomes preschool, elementary, and high school.
The things I like about Montessori is, first, it promotes independence. She is able to make things happen.
It's like school is not a big deal for him, but it's also a big deal for him. He's able to have fun. He's able to spend time with his friends. He learned at his own pace. The follow the child principle helped him tremendously in that area.
In line with the Montessori thinking, we also believe that children after school should have quality time with family. And the no grade system is actually a good thing for us because it gives equal opportunity to all kids.
We really wanted to deviate from the traditional method because we really wanted something different for our son. But he's always very excited to learn new things.
So now you develop a child who loves learning, who inquires.
They become more adaptable to the world.
We've heard so many good things about Abbas Orchard, and nowadays there's so many types of schools that caters to the needs of every child, and we believe that Abbas Orchard would be the right school for Bacos.
We are very confident with our decision to send Bacos to Abbas Orchard.
First off, there's so many things to like about Montessori, no? But I love the idea of following the child. It's so radical and it's so far away from what society demands. They say it takes a village to raise a child, and we're so thankful that they go to Abbas.
It doesn't put too much pressure on the kids in terms of the academics, and it allows them to be free.
The parents see the results in their children, and word kind of gets spread around.
And because we saw the beauty of Montessori in the little children that came, we said we wanted, Montessori also for the elementary.
The elementary program engages a very inquisitive mind.
During my Kinder years, it was always emphasized that we work in a community and each of us has a role to play, and what we do has a big impact to everyone.
While I was in the Abbas Orchard, there was a really big emphasis on character and to always do the right thing, to always help other people when they need it.
I think cleaning up after myself, realizing that I'm gonna have to cook on my own, that wasn't as daunting because of all the practice we had here.
You have to also be a leader sometimes. You also have to be a good follower sometimes. So you're put in very different environments that you wouldn't really see high school students be placed into. And in all those scenarios, you're taught to be an excellent person, an excellent student, an excellent individual.
Abbas helped me in my college days to continue my love for learning.
It's one thing to offer service, but it's another to offer quality service or excellent service, and it's something worth sharing to others. I think I owe it to the children to be able to offer them what Montessori has got to offer.
The Montessori style is a bit more creative and very welcoming to the kids.
I am confident that Abbas Orchard has developed Luis's love for learning.
I believe that the teachers are the driving force behind Abbas Orchard.
It's a social mission in the end. It's such a privilege to have been part of that journey.
When we see how these children transform into better individuals.
We're here to inspire them as adults. It works both ways. We get inspired by them as well.
The values that Abbas is imparting to the kids is also the values that we have at home.
I totally entrust my child to the school.
So long as there are children, we will serve them. And we will serve them to the best of our abilities.
I think we can only look back with gratitude to God for having given us a very laudable mission to teach children, to guide children. And we can look back at the 20 years and even look forward to another 20.
Or even more.
Welcome to Paraf Northfield School for Boys. We are thrilled to share what makes our school such a special place for your sons. Our campus is located Highland Park Avenue, Sun Valley Estates, Antipolo City. It can be accessed through Marilac or Marcos Highway, with Pure Gold and McDonald's Eastland Heights serving as the nearest landmarks. As an all-boys institution, we provide a nurturing and tailored educational environment. While we are non-sectarian, we proudly adhere to Catholic principles. The spiritual formation of our school is entrusted to Opus Dei, a Catholic organization that promotes ordinary holiness. This ensures that we integrate values and ethics into our curriculum. We follow the DepEd curriculum and enhance it by combining the good manners and right conduct subject with Catholic doctrine classes. In addition, we offer science subjects at all grade levels, ensuring a comprehensive and engaging learning experience. We offer a variety of engaging activities. In addition, our extracurricular club days and sports programs provide opportunities for teamwork and competition. Character formation is a key focus. We organize activities that help build strong values. We have mentoring chats that connect them with role models in the community.
Hello, good day ISYC parents. I am Tracy Fruto. I am an old parent from ISYC. I sent my 2 boys in ISYC. One is now in grade 5 and one is now in grade 1. It was an easy decision for me and my husband to choose Paraf Northfield, mainly because our goal and our vision for our family, for our children, matches very much exactly as what the vision of Paraf Northfield is. We are the type of parents who look beyond academic performance, but we're really putting a lot of importance to overall character development and personal development. And I think Paraf Northfield is offering that at its forefront. We realize that there's so much beyond academic performance, but we're really looking at how our child, how our boys will be able to adapt to such big world, and how our boys will be able to address social issues. How will they be able to be confident with themselves, be responsible adults? So I think sending my kids here at Paraf Northfield is the best decision. Another major reason why I sent my kids here at Paraf Northfield is I totally imbibe the vision of parents first, teachers second, and student last. Me and my husband believe that raising a child is a partnership between the teachers and the parents. With all of the social changes that's happening, we really have to take an active role in our raising our child. Because we get so much involved in all of the daily activities of the child, we have direct direct communication with the teachers. And at any point, we can always ask the teachers, how are my kids doing? And then I can validate that when I get home. I can ask, oh, how did you find your class? How was the teacher? How are the students? How are your friends? And you know what? With my eldest son, he's now in grade 5. He started grade 1 during pandemic. So I would understand that, okay, he'd probably have a negative story about first grade. But you know what? He enjoyed the whole, from the transition from online class all the way now that we're going all the way face to face. And he's enjoying the company of his classmates, the community, how he's being treated. The teachers from the higher level, from the senior high school, how he's being known and treated by everybody in the staff, in the housekeeping. And that's really something that I appreciate in the community. And now, because of that, right, I really take an active role as a parent. If everybody knows you in school, then all the more that I really have to take an active participation in the education of my child. So being new parents, right, being young parents, we feel very unsure about how our grade 1 or 6 years olds will adjust to a bigger environment. But for me, and we always think that these 6-year-olds are very delicate, they're very treated like babies. But you know what? In Northfield, they are treated like mature individuals. And I think that's a very good approach by all the teachers. They're treated as if they were already grade 5s or grade 6, and they're not given any special treatment. And I think that's a good approach by the school that, hey, you are already in big school and that you will be given opportunities, responsibilities that are appropriate to your age. I also like the approach of the teachers that there's hand-holding. I see the teachers having customized approach for each of the needs of the children. So currently our batch has this 1:15 ratio, and I think that's something that the parents will really put value on. The decision to send my kids from ISYC to Northfield was also an easy decision because I recognize that the community of ISYC resembles so much that of Northfield in terms of being a closely knit community wherein everybody knows everybody. So I think that is also highly observed here in Northfield. So I think that itself, providing that continuity, that wherein your child will feel that they're part of a small community that is really inclusive, is something that will aid our incoming grade 1 to adjust well into a new community.
Enjoy the learning community that fosters both academic excellence and personal growth. For those interested in joining our community, admissions will open in November. Please note that the cutoff age for enrollment is 6 years old by October of that year. Thank you once again for being here today. We hope this presentation has given you a clear picture of what our school offers. If you have any questions or would like to learn more, please feel free to reach out to our admissions officer. You may contact us through our Viber account at 0908-897-1987 or email us at info@parifnorthfield.edu.ph. We look forward to welcoming your family into our community. Thank you, and we hope to see you at school soon.
Welcome to Assumption Antipolo. We are located along Sumulong Highway in Barangay de la Paz, Antipolo City. Our school is nestled in the tranquil mountains of Antipolo, just a short drive from key landmarks. We are an 8-minute drive from Robinson's Place, Antipolo, 10 minutes from the Diocesan Shrine and Parish of St. Pio of Pietrelcina, formerly known as the San Pedro Calungsod Parish, 20 minutes from Masinag, 30 minutes from Santa Lucia Mall, and about 40 minutes from Eastwood Mall. The journey here offers a refreshing escape from the congestion of city life. With scenic mountain views, your commute is smooth and stress-free as you travel against the morning traffic heading into the city. At Assumption Antipolo, we blend tradition with future-ready education. Assumption Antipolo is a Catholic school for girls, though we warmly welcome students from all faiths. Our school is rooted in tradition while embracing modernity, incorporating innovative digital approaches to prepare students for today's world. While staying true to our faith-based values, we are evolving to equip our students with 21st century skills like critical thinking, digital literacy, and adaptability. Our approach blends the best of our traditions with the future-forward practices that will empower your daughters to succeed. At Assumption Antipolo, we nurture our students' faith, empower their learning, and inspire stewardship. At Assumption Antipolo, Christian living education is central to nurturing faith and action in our students. Inspired by our foundress Saint Marie Eugenie of Jesus, we aim to educate young women who will transform society with compassion, integrity, and service. Our Alay Kapwa at Kalikasan program emphasizes responsibility toward others and the environment, fostering stewardship and empathy in our students. Our beautiful campus provides the perfect setting for academic and cultural growth, with spacious classrooms, theaters for the arts, sports facilities, and open green spaces. We ensure your daughters thrive in all aspects of student life. Our admissions officer conducts regular tours of the campus. Message us on Facebook to schedule a tour. Wear comfortable shoes. To adapt to modern educational needs, we have implemented the BlendFlex learning modality. This flexible system allows students to transition seamlessly between in-person and virtual learning, ensuring learning continuity. Grade 1 class at Assumption Antipolo runs from 7:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. daily. With an average class size of 34, our students are closely supported by a nurturing team of educators. The Grade 1 cluster's hexagonal, semi-open layout offers a nurturing learning space by connecting classrooms to shared areas and natural surroundings, encouraging exploration and growth in a serene, nature-filled environment. The class advisor, or mommy of the level, oversees the well-being of all Grade 1 students. Each class has its own teacher in charge, supported by 2 teacher aides for the whole level who assist during meals and breaks. With 10 dedicated teachers, our Grade 1 students receive individualized attention in a warm, supportive environment. At Assumption Antipolo, students are assured of an enriched and well-rounded school life. Our grade 1 students experience a wide range of engaging and student-centered activities that foster creativity, collaboration, and critical thinking. From gamified learning experiences in the classroom to club days filled with fun activities, school life at Assumption Antipolo is enriching and dynamic. Our students also enjoy various school-wide events such as the Sports Fest, Arts and Academic Day, and Fellowship or Family Day, all contributing to a well-rounded school experience. Additionally, we offer guidance special programs that include parenting talks, Guidance Day, Mental Health Awareness Week, and routine interviews, ensuring that both students and parents are supported in their journey through school life. This is Diana Grace. She will tell you about the year she had in grade 1.
Hi everyone, I'm Diana Grace A. Bailas and I'm 7 years old. I just finished grade 1 at Assumption Antipolo last month. Do you want to hear about my fun year? Every day I went to the grade 1 cluster. This is where I played with my classmates. It's surrounded by beautiful plants. It's also near the LRC where I can read and borrow books and enjoy other fun activities like storytelling. I also attended my classes at the grade 1 cluster. This year I learned about poetry, reduce, reuse, and recycle, and how we can help take care of the earth by planting more trees. I had so much fun in science. It's my favorite subject. Besides classes, I enjoyed many activities at school. I liked attending my taekwondo class every Friday. I worked hard to get my yellow belt. I also joined in the in-house competition in our annual school fair and won 2nd place! Another one of my favorite events was the Fellowship Day. With all of these activities, we can get busy, but it's always important to talk to God and thank Him for all His blessings. Sometimes I attend the daily morning mass at the chapel. I prayed for the virus to go away so that we can always stay safe. I had an amazing school year, and now I'm ready for grade 2. How about you? I hope you join our AA family. Let's see each other around school, okay?
Investing in your child's education is one of the most meaningful commitments a family can make. At Assumption Antipolo, you are spending on what truly matters, your child's future. The value of an Assumption education lies in the unique blend of rigorous academics, values formation, and the nurturing environment that prepares students to excel both in school and in life. Many of our new students come to us through the heartfelt recommendations of friends, family, and co-workers of current parents. The strong reputation of Assumption Antipolo within the community reflects the trust and satisfaction our students and their families have in the quality of education we provide. The total cost for school year 2025 to 2026 for grade 1 is 111,832 pesos, with additional costs for books, supplies, and uniforms. We offer flexible payment plans to make this quality education more accessible, ensuring that more families can benefit from the long-term rewards of this investment. Admissions in Assumption Antipolo for school year 2026 to 2027 are now open. Admissions for grade 1 opened in October 2025 and will close in July 2026. To be eligible, students must be currently enrolled in a DepEd accredited preschool and meet the age requirements. We look at 3 main things when evaluating applicants. First, they need to have good grades with no grade lower than 83. Second, they should be able to read short sentences in both Filipino and English. Lastly, applicants must take an entrance exam and go through a friendly interview to make sure they're ready for grade 1. Scan the QR code for a quick look at the admissions requirements on our website. At Assumption Antipolo, we make sure that your child is ready to be her best self in grade 1. Before starting grade 1, we look for certain basic skills that will help your child succeed. These include knowing personal details like their name, birth date, and address, as well as being able to read simple stories in both English and Filipino. They should also be able to count, write, and follow instructions. We also focus on independence. Students should be able to eat on their own, manage their school things, and communicate their needs to both teachers and parents. Our decades-long tradition of educating girls creates a unique environment where young women thrive, building confidence, leadership skills, and strong moral values. Assumption Antipolo has a maximum of 5 sections per grade level. This is a deliberate choice to keep our school mid-sized. We want to know our students and their families personally and nurture meaningful partnerships as the girls grow up. This is how we make school feel like home. This is how Assumption Antipolo becomes part of your family. In an all-girls setting, students are empowered to fully express themselves, pursue their passions, and embrace leadership roles. One of the greatest compliments we receive is how people describe our students: kind, compassionate, intelligent, and driven by a desire to serve others. Assumption Antipolo students are always striving to make a difference in their communities and the world. While other schools may only be beginning to embrace the idea of educating young women, Assumption Antipolo has been dedicated to this mission for decades, with a proven track record of empowering girls. We invite you to choose Assumption Antipolo, where your daughter will be part of a community that truly believes in her potential and is committed to helping her become her best self. Thank you for this opportunity to tell you about Assumption Antipolo. We hope to see you soon.
Kruhay is a traditional greeting from Panay Island, from the Kinaraya and Ati people. It means welcome, blessing, life. Here in Caris School, we say the same to you. Welcome to Caris School. We are Caris School, a vibrant learning institution located at Scarlet Corner Maroon Streets in Concepcion Dos, Marikina City. We are approximately 1.5 kilometers or 5 minutes away from ISYC. Our thoughtfully designed environment provides a welcoming space for students, teachers, and staff to thrive and learn.
challenge with his own composition, The Heartbeat Next Door, Imagine 28 instruments, and he wrote the note for all of them. Amazing, right? Hello, I am Lucas Gabriel Victoria, a grade 1 student. Welcome to Caris School.
Caris School is a PAYAC certified school. What does this mean? It means our curriculum and our facilities have passed the stringent certification process of accreditation and are able to comply with the standards set by DepEd and the Private Education Assistance Committee. In Caris School, no student is just a spectator. Math and music programs are a key part of the Caris experience. We start with music because music builds patterns. And patterns are the foundation of math. When a child learns rhythm and beat, the brain area used for reasoning gets stronger. This is spatial temporal reasoning. Imagining steps, connecting ideas, transforming patterns. This is why we teach music early. You can even see it in our campus. Piano keys on the floor in partition. Doors on the windows. Music sheets on the grills. We want the brain to look at patterns every single day. Now this 2025, our grade 1 students experienced learning that shaped both mind and heart. We have Life Boosters. A Life Booster is a big group session for the whole level. It begins with praise and worship, and our students perform live as a band. These help children build resilience, so when temptations come, they stand strong. We also celebrated English Month. We made reading and language exciting through games. Spelling bee relay, action word charades, sentence building race, English obstacle course. And here is the reason our students can perform live in Life Boosters. They come from AEC, our Applied Ensemble class. Chorale, percussion, ukulele. Train steady beats, count rhythm, and switch patterns. This is why their brain becomes ready for math. Just as live music performance is the vibrant tapestry of our culture, math is the invisible thread that weaves its intricate patterns and holds them together. We start with music. We build pattern strength. So when math arrives, it feels like a song they already know. And we have seen the long-term result. Caris School takes pride in its students who have won numerous awards in academics. Just last school year, our lower and middle school students participated and won top awards in the International Singapore Maths Competition.
This year, our grade 6 students won gold at Philippine Science High School main campus and gold at the 2025 Philippine International Mathematical Olympiad 8th round. This is what happens when music and math walk together.
It is within the inspiring walls of Caris School that our very own Ledge Del Coro found his creative spark to compose all these beautiful musical creations. We proudly facilitated the copyright protection of his compositions. Just like him, we endeavor to ignite a passion for excellence in every student, preparing them to be godly thinkers and leaders in their chosen paths. May we invite you to come and visit us, join a school where excellence is nurtured and futures are crafted.
What you have seen is only a glimpse of what Caris School joyfully does, especially in math and music. But we have so much more in store for your children. Our vision is to raise godly thinkers and achievers, and with God's help, our small nurturing classes of 25 students make it possible. Thank you ISYC for inviting us again. We're giving free entrance exams to your graduating students. Parents, we look forward to partnering with you in raising your children to be godly thinkers and achievers. God bless you.
We hope you enjoyed watching the very informative videos from the big schools and that you learned a lot from our Big School Congress today. Thank you so much, parents, for being part of Big School Congress. Once again, my name is Teacher Miriam Carrion, and on behalf of the entire ISYC faculty and staff, I hope you found our event today very meaningful and insightful. Have a great Saturday ahead. God bless everyone.